I know it was around here somewhere. I just have to figure out where I put it. Nope, it's not it. Nope. 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 Not it either. Nope. Aha. I think I got it. Yeah. This guy. You guys remember this? The DJI Spark? Well. So yeah. This little guy I pulled out of cold storage, and I think you're really going to like why. Now, I have yet to actually try this, so again, this will be a first for me, and I'm a little nervous about it, but I've been reassured by someone called Jay Case. Some of you might know him, mostly from the Android scene. Just in case, also known as CunningLogic. It is a root exploit for DJI drones up to and including, let me get my cursor all the way back to the correct monitor here, right here, 14200. So as we see here, let me come on down. This was the kicker, and I pretty much already had an idea what it was. I knew there was something going on that had to do with a root exploit that was being held back in the OG community here, and I had never actually asked for it. I was in with the group that was developing it. That's when I did my DJI Assistant reverse engineering, trying to get the parameter modification ability back into dev tools into the current versions. And of course, I kind of gave up on that because there's really not a whole lot more we can do with it without writing a whole bunch of new code. And to be honest, that's just a hair above my level. But I never did ask for the root exploit. I knew it existed. One of the guys had mentioned it before, and I decided that as to be part of that community, and I wanted to be true and not give out any more information or access to any files that they didn't want to have put out to the public. Now, I did have access to firmware files and a few other things that he said were not public knowledge, and I decided to be true and not put forth any of that. I didn't download. In fact, I didn't even look at them. I knew where they were. I could see them. I could have downloaded them. I decided not to. I've heard way too many stories of people doing that, and it ruins everything. I mean, you can lose friends. You have people coming after you. You have companies that want to come after you because you have stuff that goes against their anti-piracy rules and copyrights. I mean, it's a big mess. So they asked me not to obviously share anything or even to, in some cases, download certain files. So I didn't. I'm cool with that. And patience does seem to be a virtue because they've recently released something. And that is the root exploit for, well, not specifically the Spark, but the Mavic as well, of course. And we are going to take a look at that today, and hopefully I still have a functional drone by the end of this. So I'm putting up my only drone for you guys. I mean, I have that JY018 somewhere. I think it's tucked in a bin down here. But I really like the Spark. I would like the Mavic Air, but I really can't afford to kill this thing. So, you know what I just realized is, as during making this video, I highlighted a piece on the web page that I'm viewing, and you guys cannot see it. So let me do a quick transition. Let me shrink my body down here a little bit. Right here. So this right here in the highlight is what I was talking about. So I'll read it to you. Dear DJI, next time someone requests source code that they are entitled to under the GPL, you shouldn't tell them no. You should comply with the license you agreed to. Had you complied or responded appropriately, this project would never have been public. Well, yeah, DJI was pretty much trying to cover up a lot of what they did and would not comply with GPL. They just wanted to be all secretive. And to be honest, this is what you get. It's completely fair. They had every right to release this stuff. They decided not to. They wanted to give DJI a chance. Obviously, DJI didn't decide to pounce on that. So now we're left with a root exploit. So how's this going to go? Well, we are going to go through, and I've downloaded the current version. It actually states that it's 1.1, but as of whatever the current commit is, I believe if the changelog is kept up to date, is actually 1.1.1, even though it doesn't actually display that version number. So we're going to hook this thing up, we're going to give it a try, and we are going to see what happens. So here I have, whoops, wrong window here. We're going to go to out, artifacts, DUMLRacer jar, new command window, java-jar, DUMLRacer.jar. And you'll notice here that there is also a GL, and for some reason I'm just not understanding what GL is. Aircraft remote control. GL? I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell to me. So what we're going to do, since we have limited battery, and we're just going to get this thing going. Power on here. Okay. So let's go ahead and hook them up for USB. I'll set him off to the side over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, and obviously we're going to target AC for aircraft. So in this case, we need to set the new command as AC. Attention, after a successful run, you will need to reboot your device. After rebooting, you can use ADB for root access, or you can downgrade. So we're in AC mode, and you'll notice right down here that it shows DJI USB Virtual COM on COM3. Perfect. And it knows what it is. So we're going to go 3. I don't know why I'm so deadly leery about this that I swear something is just going to go wrong. Now, of course, being an Android developer, once I'm in and I have root access, I'm going to find some stuff to mess with. Now, I have to be very careful. Obviously, I can't destroy this thing. I can't afford another one. And if I do destroy this, then my drone videos are pretty much at an end. So this is for you guys. All right, race 1 is started. You won the race, taking a breather for 10 seconds. You feel great. You feel great, like you could race again. So there's payload 2. Give that a second to work. Now, while this is working, race 2 is started. You are in the lead. I really like this. This is cute. So that they actually kind of put a little scenario thing into the exploit script. That's awesome. Looks like you won. Reboot the target device and try using ADB for root or downgrading. All right, so we power off. So I'm going to open up a new window here, and we'll have both top to bottom. Should be good. Oh, I'm sorry. Whoops. Let's kill out of that real quick. List of devices attached. Hopefully it'll show up. Look at that. Isn't that something? All right, ADB shell. Looks like we have root. Let's go check this out. We are in. That's cool. Now, of course, I have absolutely no idea how this layout is specific to the drone. So we're just going to poke around here for a minute or two and see what's here, but I'm not going to go ahead and change anything yet. I could, in theory, pull off an APK, figure out how it's built, do some modifications, push it back on, and maybe see about performance, or maybe it changes some behavior. I'm not really sure, but let's take a look at some key places while we're here. So I want to do, in fact, give me just a second to come over here and change the scale of some things on my screen. I would like to window capture. I'm going to put this so that you can actually see what I'm doing in, well, I guess, essentially full screen. So it's not exactly cooperating as best I'd like here. But give me just a second and I will have everything ready. There we go. All right. So now you see the one window that I see. So this should make things just a little easier. All right, so we are going to go look at SD card and system. So CD SD card, whoops. So obviously nothing in SD card. And by the way, you probably won't be able to see it in the small camera view up top here, but I do not have a micro SD card currently inserted in the drone. It's actually being used in my Nintendo Switch. Partly because that's my only 64 gig high-speed micro SD card, and I know I can't afford another one. I know they're cheap, just stop. So anyway, let's move on to, let's go to system, that's what I said. Then build product center framework, okay. Center framework, so this is not where APKs are stored, which would normally be in the system folder for, say, your phone. But let's take a look at build prop. Well, yeah. So let's do AV pull system build prop. Pulling out build prop here. So I come back into DUMLRacer, which you currently can't see, but I will have up here in just a second. Okay, so I'm coming back over here. We're going to hide that window right quick. And let's go take a look at build prop this way. All right, so what do we got here? So we are running KitKat. Yes, still running 444. That's absolutely terrible. Yeah, I can't believe they would not upgrade that. So yes, December 3rd, PC 2017. We're still running 444 KitKat, going KTU84Q. Test keys user debug. Of course, they figure nobody's going to be in here, right? Version. Okay, Dell clock threshold. Bluetooth name Android. Okay, so nothing super crazy awesome to modify here. So what we can do is I'm going to go back to this window here. And this is kind of my new way of working with this. All right. So let's take Xpin user web framework, etc. Out of curiosity, let's do C. All right, what do we have in the etc. folder? DJI battery repower, firmware, which I'm not going to mess with. There's the host file, which honestly isn't going to matter worth a twit. ISP and then boot. Recovery image. Well, that's cute. Recovery image. I'll have to mess with that another time. Okay. Anyway, now let's go to CD data. And this does not have an app folder that I would expect. So there's data system. Okay, so this is not a standard install of Android, although it is based on Android. How about again, DRAM test that? Nope. All right, so this will obviously take a bit of work to get through. Obviously nothing in the root folder. And is there anything else? AMT, black box, cache, dev, etc., FTP, and C policy says system math. Out of curiosity, it's probably not right. Oh, what do we got here? Block bus class, device info, firmware, kernel module, power. How about, whoops. Okay, I guess I probably should have figured that. Let's try something else. How about devices? Cortex ARM A7, I already knew that. System TruePoint software. How about software? How about CPU? Ha! See, now we're getting somewhere with this. This is almost too fun, isn't it? So let's head on down into online power. How about see? Whoops. Right, because that's not a folder. I'm sorry. So let me do ADB poll, and we're going to go. Failed to copy power delay. We should do auto suspend delay. What? That's not what I asked for. AV full. System devices, system CPU power. Failed to copy. CPU power. No, I said control. Ha. Okay. CPU power. Control. Okay, so we'll have to do this some other way, and I'm probably just going to do a full system dump. But these are definitely things that I would like to get into, and so yeah, pretty much that's it. Uh, it's kind of nice to be able to have that ability. In fact, let me just remove that one, and we'll come back to where we were. So yeah, there are some things we can add to build prop, and I am probably going to test these and see exactly what changes. Can't promise anything, but you know what? This is pretty cool. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to find when I open up the RC, and supposedly you can undo right here. Let me go back to the page here. Was posted. I don't see it right now. It was. I think it was back in another commit. I'll have to find it. But yeah. So there's your Root Exploit for DJI drones up to 14200. Apparently it does work on the Spark. That's cool. That can really lead to a lot of cool things. I know it's been a long video. I did a little bit of exploration in the meantime, and my part has finally settled down a little bit because I did not brick my Spark. I was completely worried about that. So, yeah, next thing up is going to be doing it to the remote control. And I will do a little bit of playing around, and if I find some interesting things, hopefully I will record myself doing some of those exploration and poking around, and if I find something, I will pull those clips, compile them into a video, and I will let you guys know. So that's it. That's all for this video. I've got some more things to do this afternoon. I have to get some stuff done out of the house. When I get back later, I will poke around in this a little bit more and see what I can find for you guys. I need to do some testing. If some of you would like to check this out, I will put a link in the description below to his GIT page. And when you're ready, simply come over here to the right where it says, is my face in the way? Oh, hold on. All right, so yeah, give me a second. Okay, so when you're ready, come on over here to the right where it says clone and download, right here, and you're going to go download zip. So when you have that, you can hit open, and we can come right here. I'm just going to make a new folder temporarily, and this is, apparently I can't type today. So you're going to take DUMLRacer Master, take everything in it, and copy it out to here. Once you're here, you'll notice that in previous versions, the jar file would have been right here in the root directory. It's not now. Now you're under Out, Artifacts, DUMLRacer jar. And it's right here. In order to run it, open up a command window. If you don't have this option, you can hold down Shift and right click, and that'll give you the option for command window here. I currently have a registry change that I did that allows me to always have command window open. See? go here, and we're going to go Java space dash jar space DUMLRacer .jar. And if you just leave it this way without the extension on the end, it'll give you the different modes that you can run it in. So AC, RC, or GL. In my case, I chose AC, so hit up, add AC to the end of it, and run it. And you'll notice right down here, it says AC mode. Now, of course, if I were to close that and do this again, so Java jar racer jar RC, I'm now in RC mode. And of course, same thing for GL. Make sure that your device shows up. So you need to have your drone powered on, connected through USB, and have your lights flashing like this. Once you're up and running, of course, make sure you have enough battery. You would hate to have this thing die out on you in the middle of doing its work. Granted, it's an exploit. It's not, I don't think it would kill it, but there's always that chance. So if you don't want to take that chance and have something happen, go ahead and make sure you have plenty of battery, preferably more than 50% like I had. So once yours is here, simply select the COM port that you want to use. I've already done it. And of course, I'm not in RC. I'm not connected to remote control right now, so I wouldn't hit enter. And let it do its thing. If it doesn't work, restart the device, have it plugged in, restart DUMLRacer, and try again. So yeah, that is all. And I'm going to finish the video with myself being a huge full screen guy, like that. So yeah, that's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if this works for you, if you have any questions. I obviously didn't write it, so I don't know everything about it, but I will try to answer as many questions as I can. Of course, there is no warranty with this. If you break something, that's on you. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks for watching.